Yo, yo. Let's see if anyone will join. Yo, yo, yo. Hello, hello. If you're in the live YouTube feed, please feel free to chat. So we got some big news, everyone. Big news. Hayden Christensen is coming back to Star Wars. My goodness. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? So he's coming back for the Kenobi series. Hey, Higgsy. Oh, yeah. Looking forward to the Mandalorian new episode. We are down to 2 more episodes. Man, it's exciting. It's crazy. What a time. What a time to be a Star Wars fan. I'm just trying to get my Facebook set up here live. But we're already live on YouTube. So I guess I should have thought of this first. Hold up. Gotta make some adjustments here. Yeah, man. The Lucasfilm announcements that they had for Lucasfilm with Kathy Kennedy. My goodness. Wow. That's a better shot as far as this angle goes. Yeah, so yeah, feel free to keep chatting. I will. Hold up. Gotta fix something real quick. Just so much easier here. Oh, I'm already live. Oh, hold on. I'm already live on YouTube or Facebook, and I don't even know. Just gonna fix some stuff here. So, yeah. Alrighty. You're going live on Facebook. Oh my God. So, let's see. What's up, Josh Castro? All right. Whoa. I got. Yo. Ooh, we got 3 people. Cam, so hyped for all the new Disney Plus shows in tomorrow's Mando episode. Yeah. I mean, how awesome is it? We're going to get a new Mando, aside from all these other new announcements. So let me see here. Where's the live? There we go. Live. Let's go live on Instagram as well. The grams. We got Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Yeah. Talk about simultaneous streaming here. So pretty awesome. Alrighty. Well, yeah. We just got a bunch of announcements from Kathy Kennedy in the Lucasfilm segment, of course, for the Disney investors live stream, I guess. That's the best way to put it. Yeah, lots of stuff. Man, So let me bring up. So Kathy Kennedy, Bob Iger introduced Kathy Kennedy as far as the Lucasfilm stuff. And whoa, I'm seeing myself live on YouTube or on Facebook. That's interesting. Never seen that before. So I'm going to go to my profile here. I guess I was just taking screenshots. I was taking screenshots as the thing was going on and reacting live. So we've got a bunch of announcements. It's insane. So before the announcements, the official announcements, Disney pretty much said, oh, they're doing 10 different Star Wars series and 10 different Marvel series. I'm not even keeping track right now of the Marvel stuff. I'm just talking about the Lucasfilm stuff. That alone is a whole smorgasbord of like, oh my goodness, information and stuff and announcements. So Kathy Kennedy kicks it off. They talk about The Mandalorian, of course, and what a huge success it's been. And especially with, of course, now season 2, which is underway. It's almost over within the next 2 episodes. I'm trying to look back and forth. So hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Instagram. So, of course, it's been a huge success. And, of course, with the last week's chapter, where are we on now? 14? Yeah, chapter 14 with Boba Fett. Man, what a crazy episode. And, of course, always viral, always trending. So Kathy Kennedy kicked it off with an announcement that Dave Filoni and, of course, Jon Favreau are simultaneously working on 2 brand new series, which is Star Wars Rangers of the New Republic, which is like, man, that's awesome. I do hope we get to see Trapper Wolf and I forgot the other Rebel New Republic pilot's name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. And, of course, Ahsoka. Ahsoka is finally getting her own series, which is set in the timeline of The Mandalorian and the Rangers of the New Republic as well. It's set in that same timeline. So that's awesome. That's really cool. So I'm just going to move my camera here on the iPad for Facebook. There we go. Alrighty. That's probably a little bit better. Cool. So, yeah. Rangers of the New Republic and Ahsoka, we're probably going to get that, I think 2022. Don't quote me on this, of course, on the dates. It was going by pretty fast as far as the announcements were going. So, hello, Instagram. Thank you guys for joining. Hello, YouTube, Facebook, and, of course, YouTube. So, yeah, they did the Mandalorian season 2 recap, which is awesome. It was great to see how much we've seen and how much just fun and action we got this season so far, and we still have 2 chapters to go. 2 chapters to go. So that's going to be crazy. Thank you, Neil the Heel. Thank you guys for joining. So yeah, next one is Andor. We got Cassian Andor. We got an announcement. Well, not an announcement. We've known about the Cassian Andor series, but they gave us a nice behind-the-scenes look at the Andor series, which is awesome. And they also announced Diego Luna is an executive producer on the Andor series, which I think is awesome. And we're getting also a new cast right now. We're going to get a new brand new cast that's joining him. So, yeah. Jesse Lewis, listening to the podcast currently. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. If you guys didn't know, the podcast is Filmmaker Mike and the Boys. Please check it out. Please give it a listen. We have been doing. We pretty much talk, discuss, argue movies and TV shows, streaming shows, comic books, pop culture. You name video games, comic books. You name it. We discuss and we argue about it, and everything in between. We are also currently reviewing Mandalorian season 2 chapters. So we're currently reviewing all those chapters as well of the Mandalorian season 2. So that's it's been really fun. Long before I wanted to do a YouTube channel, I always wanted to do a podcast, and it just never happened until now. So of course, 2020, as many not so good things happened this year. always like to look on the bright side and always look at the positive and the be optimistic about things. And that's one of the best things for me personally about 2020 is that I finally got to kick off my podcast. It's Filmmaker Mike and the Boys, and that's with my good buddies Jester, Pinhead, and Kuya. So Filmmaker Mike and the Boys, the podcast, we are on 9 different audio platforms. So whether you listen to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Breaker, Pocket Casts, Radio Public. Oh man, I've got 2 more. Overcast, I've got 1 more. I'm going to name all of them by memory. I've got 1 more, I swear. Oh man. Overcast, Radio Public, iHeartRadio. Yes, iHeartRadio. So we are also on iHeartRadio. So that's 9, count them, 9 different audio platforms. So please check it out. And of course, we are also on YouTube. So we do upload our video, the video web or podcast. Basically, we upload it on my YouTube channel, Jedi Mike. So please just search for Jedi Mike. You should find my videos. You should find, and we upload that as well. Because surprisingly, we found out that whenever we would talk to people and let them know, like, hey, check out our podcast. Please check it out. Please give it a listen. A lot of people would ask, is it on YouTube? Is it on video? Because of course, like everyone has their own preferences, and a lot of people mentioned that they prefer to watch and see the faces of the people that are talking instead of just listening. And of course, there's people that just prefer to listen, whether you're driving, of course, or you're working or you're working out. And I like to listen to podcasts when I'm driving or when I'm if you're fortunate enough to listen to audio to have an earbud in or headphones in at work. It's cool to like listen. So we do appreciate everyone's support. So it's kind of cool. I've got 3 different screens. So I'm making sure I'm like giving everyone like a good enough amount of attention. But thank you guys for those of you who have checked out the podcast so far. We are absolutely loving it. It's been so much fun. We record pretty much every Saturday night. Over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, we recorded on Sunday instead of Saturday, but we launched on September 30th and we haven't really missed a weekend ever since. And that's just because we've just been so excited to keep doing it. It's something that we've been looking forward to doing every week, like especially when you go through life and something, life happens, of course, and you've got a rough week. It's something that all of us, Jester, Pinhead, and Kuya, and myself, look forward to doing, and just to having fun. And the fact that when we do hear from you guys, when we hear that you guys are enjoying it and are loving it, it's really humbling. It's really humbling. So thank you guys for supporting the podcast. Again, Filmmaker Mike and the Boys. We are on Instagram at FMANDTB. And then hopefully soon we will have a Facebook page as well. We are trying to get those things in order as much as possible. But we are planning to do an emergency podcast, hopefully tonight, if it does happen. But I just wanted to go live really quick. And there's Kuya. Let's go. Yeah, baby. So it's been fun. It's been really fun to do this podcast. I guess it's a labor of love. And it's just so much fun. It's really a blast. So, we do want to thank everyone who's been supporting it and listening to it. I'm going to go to Instagram real quick here. Have I seen the new Disney announcements? Yes, I have. Reuven Fernie, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I was watching it live. I'm not watching it live right now because I'm on 3 different screens. But it was all about the Lucasfilm, and that, my goodness. So I'm going to continue here. We got Andor. And then we got Indiana Jones, which is, I guess, debuting in 2022, or is it 2023? Indiana Jones 5, which will be the last Indiana Jones film with Harrison Ford. And then, of course, Rogue Squadron. We are getting a Rogue Squadron spinoff film. And it's directed by none other than Patty Jenkins, who is, of course, right now famously known for directing both Wonder Woman films. So... yeah, my goodness. The first female director for a live action standalone Star Wars movie. So that's a huge accomplishment. That's really good. That's really awesome. And of course, Taika Waititi is doing a Star Wars spin-off film as well. No detail. They just had a cool logo with it, and it looks like a Stone Age like logo with a Star Wars block logo there. And of course, the biggest announcement, I think, for the whole thing is Kathy Kennedy talking about the Kenobi series, which is coming soon. They are going to begin filming, I think, early next year. So around January, February, they're going to begin filming for the Kenobi series with Ewan McGregor and the cast that they have there. The biggest thing about that was that Kathy Kennedy announced Hayden Christensen, a.k.a. Anakin Skywalker, a.k.a. Darth Vader in Revenge of the Sith, will be returning to Star Wars in the Kenobi series. That is just, my goodness. That is just the biggest thing. Who would have thought many years later that we would ever see Hayden Christensen return? And I know there's a lot of people that don't like him. But you know what? I'm in the camp that loves Hayden Christensen. He is Anakin Skywalker. He is Darth Vader. And I think he's definitely grown on a lot of other fans over time. And that should be blowing up the internet right now. It should be going viral. It should be huge, pretty much. So, that is exciting. So, yeah. Jesse Lewis had a whole full day of Jedi Mike. Wow, thank you. We definitely share the same passion for Man of Steel. Masterpiece. Yes. Chef's kiss. Masterpiece. Thank you. I was just watching a little bit of it, the flight scene of Man of Steel. Again, pivoting a little bit to Warner Brothers and like Superman. Man of Steel. If you listen to the podcast, I'd like to find out, maybe I could do it, but I'm just so busy right now. I'd like to find out, or maybe have like a counter going of how many times I've mentioned Man of Steel or Zack Snyder in the podcast in all the episodes so far. I do try to mention Man of Steel and Zack Snyder at least once in every podcast, but we shall see. So, but yeah, thank you, Jesse. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Cam Higgsy. Yeah. So moving on to So again, the biggest news I think is Hayden Christensen coming back to Star Wars in the Kenobi series. My goodness. Wow. It's huge. It really is. So, and then of course, some other things I may have missed. Star Wars Visions, I believe, is an anime that we're going to get. Star Wars anime. Can you believe it? We are finally getting Star Wars anime. That's been a long time coming. We've seen, I'm sure a lot of you have seen that viral Star Wars original trilogy anime, like mini scene or film, like in the space battle. Like, oh man, that is awesome. That's really awesome. So, Pinhead is on YouTube. Make a drinking game out of it. Oh, out of me mentioning Man of Steel in every podcast. Oh man, that's gonna be quite a long drinking game. At least if you're gonna do marathon all the episodes. So I'm gonna go to Instagram real quick. Yes, they did mention they showed a sneak peek of the Bad Batch. And I love, oh man, Fennec Shan is in the Bad Batch. Spoilers, not really, but I mean, if you're watching The Mandalorian season 2, and I'm assuming everyone here she's in the Bad Batch. So much happening, action, blah blah, explosions, like it's crazy. And then of course you see the Clone Wars logo, it burns off, and then you see Star Wars: The Bad Batch, and it was like, oh my god, that was awesome. Disney knows how to do it. They really do. So, and especially now with Star Wars. And I don't want to sound like I'm kissing Disney's ass, but I think they've learned a lot from the past 5 years since they launched the sequel trilogy to now. And the fact that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are developing 2 brand new live action series for Disney Plus. That's awesome. I think we're probably still a few more years away. Maybe we'll have to see the Ahsoka series wrap up first, and then after and I'm like talking way ahead, but I think we're gonna have to see that Ahsoka series wrap up first, and then only then can we see the great Dave Filoni have extreme focus for he can direct his own Star Wars spin-off film. I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. If you haven't been listening to me on the podcast, I've been saying it. Dave Filoni is, and this is the greatest thing, because he learned so much from his apprentice relationship with George Lucas while they were making the Clone Wars. And now he's learning so much from Jon Favreau. And the fact that, when he directed The Jedi, Chapter 13 of The Mandalorian Season 2, that just showed me, like, hey, he's got it. We all knew this. It was just a matter of time. And now, of course, I think it's in preparation for that Star Wars stuff film. And it's going to be, when that day comes, I guess we'll give it, maybe 5 years? I'm just going to say 5 years. Within 5 years. Maybe around the fifth year, we'll get that Dave Filoni spin-off film. And maybe it'll be working with Jon Favreau. Why not? They work so well together that, why would you want to change anything up if it works so well? Keep it going, right? So, Star Wars is being run by real fans now instead of SJWs with a political agenda. Star Wars on television is the way to go. So much story to tell. The Mandalorian has proven that works. Yes. And that's the best thing about... I think now that's the difference. What we're seeing with the Netflix model, with miniseries, because if you can have so many hours dedicated into a story and these characters, and that a movie, you can watch a movie for 2 hours and like, oh, that was cool, that was fun, it's great. But now with all these Netflix and Disney Plus and Hulu series and you name it, when you spend so much time with these characters, you really grow to appreciate them. You see their growth, you see their character arcs, you fall in love with these characters, and because they're in our homes, they're on our phones, they're on our tablets. So how can you not, especially like with Grogu, Baby Yoda, the child, aka how can you not fall in love with this little adorable little child that knows how to use the Force and Force choke every now and then? And Disney knows what they're doing as far as that. He exploded last year and went viral, and there was nothing of Baby Yoda. There was no action figure, no plushie, no Funko Pop, nothing with a water bottle or a plate or a t-shirt. But now you go to the stores or you look online, and officially Baby Yoda, the child, Grogu, is literally everywhere. And you can literally dedicate a shrine to Baby Yoda, to Grogu, and it'll never stop. You'll always have all these things. So it's just awesome. And by the way, I do want to say, hello, go to Instagram real quick. Radoslavk, hello from Bulgaria. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for joining me. That's awesome. Hello, Walter, J Bangoy, a Funko Popcast. What's up? Jose, looking over to Facebook, Richard, Jose. Thank you guys for joining, and on YouTube. So, by the way, I do want to share like a really quick toy haul. This was earlier. I had to return something at Target. So, and of course, I also had a gift card, a cool Super Mario Lego gift card that my brother gave me for my birthday, which is like, thank you, my brother. I don't know if he's still watching. He was on earlier, but thank you, Joe and Jenny, for the awesome Target gift card. We love Target gift cards. So, I had my son Lucas with me, and I returned some stuff. And of course, I look at the Star Wars section. Was hoping to find this. And this is hours before the Disney Lucasfilm announcement, the Disney investor announcement, streaming service. Like, look at us. Look at all we're going to show you for, all the Disney money. I found this awesome vintage collection Darth Vader Rogue One. This is the first Darth Vader action figure in a Rogue One card back. So I'm featuring it on YouTube first. But yeah, look at that pose of Darth Vader, like, power of the Force, baby. Like, and of course, that unforgettable scene of Darth Vader um, igniting his lightsaber in the darkness, not saying a word, and just attacking rebel soldiers, slicing and dicing with his red crimson lightsaber. So yeah, this was the only one in the peg. And I was like, oh, you're coming home with me. So if you all know, I am a huge Darth Vader fan. I'm a huge Darth Vader collector. This is maybe what, my 40th, if that, or even more, Darth Vader action figure. I love Darth Vader. I love me some Darth Vader. Just the card back is beautiful. I think I need to get a second one, so I'll keep this in the card back. And this was nice. The card back was really nice. It's like nice and straight and like no crease. I'm like, wow, that's kind of rare now. But yeah, look at that. Look at that thing. It's gorgeous. He's got a soft goods cape, which it looks weird because for the first time his inner tunic is molded plastic. But he does have a soft goods cape. So if I were to open it and then put the cape out, it would look much better. It would flow better. But it looks awesome. So I was like so happy to find him. And of course, the rest in the wave, there's Captain Rex, the Mandalorian, which I already have, Hondo Onaka, still need that one, the Armorer and Moff Gideon, ARC Trooper 5s, and Chirrut Imwe. So I did not find any of those figures, but I did find this. So, and I'm more than happy to find this brand new Darth Vader because I knew it was coming. And when they announced this on the Hasbro live stream, I was like, pretty much the same pose as Darth Vader. Was like, yeah, I want that. So, yeah, man, we got some comments. Awesome. So on YouTube, let's see. Andrew, my name is Andrew Andy, and I have a question for you. Have you ever watched the NFL Seattle Seahawks? Because my YouTuber Norbcam, he is into Star Wars, and you might get to check it out. I've seen the Seattle Seahawks play. I'm not specifically a huge fan of any football team, but I like watching it every now and then, and I do like watching the Super Bowl as well. So that's always fun with all the cool and funny ads. So that's always cool. Tsunami Papi. I love that name. Hey, Mike, it's Charlie from Snapchat. Yes. What's up? Rogue One is the best Disney-owned Star Wars movie. Arguably so, yes. I think it's captured everything that we love about Star Wars, and it's the general consensus is, yeah, Rogue One is the best, is like the top notch of the Star Wars Disney-owned films. So that's really cool. Solo was pretty good too, for what it's worth. Yes, speaking of Solo, a Star Wars story, they did announce the Lando series. We are getting a Childish Landino series on Disney Plus. So Childish Landino, of course, Childish Gambino. Oh my God, what's his name? Now I'm blanking on his name. I'm blanking on the actor's name. But I'm sure you guys know who I mean. So yeah, we are getting a Lando spinoff series. By the way, my mics are not really connected. This is just like props for now, because when we do the podcast, this mic will be really connected. But we are actually, I'm trying to see. Hopefully, we can do a quick podcast of sorts here. That's why I have the mic ready. But the headphones look cool. These are my first headphones, so it really helped. So Donald Glover, yes, thank you, Albus Dumbledore, and I do appreciate having the presence of a very wise and powerful wizard. So Childish Gambino, yeah, he's also a great musician. If you haven't checked out his music, so Andrew, yeah, thank you guys really for tuning in. I just had no idea. Like, I just thought of going live and just getting it recorded, at least as far as YouTube, and then of course Facebook as well as recording. And I guess Instagram. I guess everything is recording, so that's awesome. But yeah, I did just want to express my excitement. This is huge as far as Lucasfilm. Hopefully not. So I'm typing real quick on Messenger. There is a Messenger thread here. So yeah, I'm sure right now they're probably announcing the Marvel. Yeah, it paused. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, there we go. Back on Instagram. Um, yeah. So I'm really excited. This is really exciting. Uh, there's lots to look forward to. Really lots to look forward to. Have I ridden the Rise of the Resistance ride at Disneyland or visited Batu? It's so cool. The ride is next level. So I'll tell you what, Jesse. So earlier this year, before COVID-19 took over 2020, we were planning. Well, let's backtrack a bit. Let's backtrack to last year. So last year, I want to say around June or July, when they had the previews for Batu on Disneyland. I tried to secure tickets, the free tickets. Well, not free because we were paying to get into Disneyland, of course, but the free preview tickets to Batu. Tried to secure the tickets, lucked out, so we didn't get it. We went to Disneyland. We were there, rode the train, rode around the park, saw the mountains, the spires, till the spire, saw the mountains of Batu, and I just waved, me like, see you hopefully next year. So, and good friends of ours, of course, were like, we're gonna get married in April of this year. So we're like, yes, we're going back to Disneyland. We're going back to Batu. I'm gonna build myself a lightsaber. But of course, little did I know, or little did anyone know, that this thing called COVID-19 would just change everything that you thought you were going to do in 2020. And yeah, it changed everything, of course, unfortunately. So no, I have not been to Batu. I was really excited for April, but of course, as we were monitoring what was going on, looking at the news and everything, and of course, when they shut down Disneyland, which still hasn't opened yet, unfortunately, well, I mean, technically, we could drive down there to go to downtown Disney, and I could buy a lightsaber, which I'd love to do, but I just think I'll wait. I'll be patient. I'd love to build my own saber, and I'd love to buy a saber as well. But it's okay because the thing is, it's not going anywhere. So it's just, of course, better to be safe. So yeah, not yet, but I am really excited and looking forward to when we can visit Batu. I'm excited to take my kids and my wife when we can go. I'm excited to try just a tiny sip of blue milk, and the rest I'll give to my wife because I can't handle dairy. I'm lactose intolerant. Now, I wasn't when I was a kid. I got to tell you that. But yeah, and then the cool like stuff that they have there, the food, the drinks, it's really exciting. Looking forward to it. So yeah, yeah, pretty much looking forward to visiting Batu when it is safe and possible to do so in Disneyland. But who knows? Disney World is open. So, and I guess they're saying right now is the best time to go to Disney World because it's not as packed as it usually was with all the social distancing and, of course, them limiting, the amount of people. So who knows? We shall see. But yeah, get a Ronto wrap. Oh, that sounds good. Actually, right now, anything right now, I'm actually getting hungry now. It's almost dinner time, but not quite yet. So, am I excited for Rogue Squadron? Hell yes. Rogue Squadron, baby. Who would have thought that we would get a Rogue Squadron film directed by none other than Patty Jenkins? Patty MF Jenkins. I'm not going to curse because I'm live. I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble by Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. But yeah, that's exciting. That's really exciting. My goodness. We are getting so much content. And the fact that, can you imagine, The Mandalorian is simply the beginning. This is nothing yet. They've barely scratched the surface. and they even did like this thing of the whole Star Wars saga. They showed the entire saga, characters from the entire saga, and it spans what 25,000 years. So you could go anywhere, prequel era. You could go beyond before that. You could go original trilogy, sequel trilogy. You could go in between. You could go after. Like there's just so many options. So it's really exciting. It's really exciting. So yeah. As far as Star Wars content, my goodness, we are in for quite the ride because and again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. There is no better time to be a Star Wars fan than it is right now. And can you imagine there are actually people who aren't really as into Star Wars, or maybe who have never even seen a Star Wars film, who are discovering Star Wars by getting into The Mandalorian first. That just blows my mind because, they're getting into Star Wars by not the movies, not the Clone Wars, nothing like that. They're getting into it by The Mandalorian. And it's introducing them to these new characters that we've seen that all of the hardcore fans know. So that just boggles my mind. But at the same time, it's awesome. I don't like to be a gatekeeper or say like you're not a fan if you don't like this or I don't like that, any of that stuff. Everyone, I think, is entitled more to whatever they want to like or love or appreciate with whatever it is, whether it's Star Wars or any other kind of fandom or franchise. So, but again, it's really exciting to get to see how much The Mandalorian has had a huge draw. I mean, it's essentially carrying Disney Plus, let's face it. And it just shows you the power of Star Wars, of great storytelling, and the power of marketing. That just goes back to our little green boy, Grogu, who loves to snacky snack on the chicken nuggies and the chalky milk. So, yeah. Don't believe most of the announcements. Yeah, true. Because, of course, again, a lot of things can change, within, again, like a lot of things can change within, from 1 to 6 months. A lot of things can change within a year. As far as the pandemic is concerned, it's kind of hard to see where things are going to go. Even now with the vaccine and the rollout, whether you're in the U.S. or the UK, in Europe, I know they're rolling it out. It's still hard to tell what's going to happen within like 2021, even 2022. Who knows? But I was talking about it with the boys off the air. As far as the HBO Max announcement and Warner Brothers pretty much foregoing their 2021 slate and dropping it all on day and date on HBO Max. They're going to allow, they're going to show those movies. Those movies are going to be in the theater the same day on HBO, same day on HBO Max. But those are only in movie theaters that are operating. There are still markets, especially here in the US, that have movie theaters that are not open. So no one can see a movie in those markets. And so the next best option is to go HBO Max. So, it's changing the game in Hollywood and the entertainment industry. At the same time, when you look at the model of the movie theater and the movie industry, it's a really old model. It's been in existence for over 100 years. Same with the music industry. With the music industry, when Napster and LimeWire took over and everyone got so excited because I can download free music now. I don't have to pay. I don't have to buy a whole CD if I just want 3 songs out of a whole album. And the music industry really panicked and for the longest time did not understand and realize and figure out a way how to monetize and make money from their music digitally. So with the technology that we have right now that's accessible to us, the movie industry now is with the pandemic now is faced with a challenge, and it just rushed everything. Again, a lot of movie theaters were not making money if it weren't for these huge Marvel blockbuster movies, these huge like Jurassic Worlds, your Star Wars, your horror, like the horror movies from Blumhouse are really great because they're very low budget. And then, people love horror movies. They blow up. They make so much money. And they really profit from those because they make just like a ton of money. So, I think the best example of that is A Quiet Place. They made a movie for like 20 million and it made over 100. And now, of course, there's a sequel. Well, of course, got delayed. So the Warner Brothers move with HBO Max is changing the rules changed. Like I mentioned this on the podcast, the rules did change as far as exhibiting movies because again, we can't pack in a movie. We can't pack a huge crowd in a movie theater right now, like we used to, like the good old days. Remember the good old days when a Marvel movie was going to come out and then everyone was there opening night to get the free poster and free the collectible cup, or like Star Wars. We can't do that right now. But what we can do, or what is still accessible to us, is hey, we can watch from the comfort of our own home, and that's why you got the Disney Premiere access of Mulan, but now it's free on Disney Plus. So I know they also announced Raya and the Last Dragon, who is voiced by Rose Tico herself, Kelly Marie Tran. I'm really excited for that animated film. So is my daughter. It looks really awesome. But that will be available on Disney Plus Premier Access. So now I'm curious how long until that will just be dropped on Disney Plus for free. So I'm thinking around the same time of Mulan, same time span that Mulan took. So about 2 to 3 months, and then it's but who knows? They could change it. Hopefully they make it transparent and they make it clear. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. I do appreciate it. Jonathan, love the movie. Straight facts. These movies mentioned have helped a lot during these. Yes, exactly. Jonathan on Facebook said, yeah, these movies have helped a lot during these COVID times. Definitely. And that's what Kathleen Kennedy also mentioned in her Lucasfilm presentation. With what everyone is going through now, of course, everyone is trying to look for an escape. To distract yourself from the reality of, just for a little bit. And I guess that's always been the best part about movies. That's always why I've loved movies. I've always wanted to escape. Take me to a galaxy far, far away. Or take me to the Marvel universe or the DC universe, whichever, So it's really exciting. Lots to look forward to. Again, please, everyone, check out the podcast, Filmmaker Mike and the Boys. We are on 9 audio platforms, 9 different audio platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public. Boom! I got them. I got all 9. I remember them now. I guess the more I keep doing that, the more I'll remember all 9. And next time I won't even have to count them. I'll just boom, boom, boom. And then of course on YouTube. So we upload the video of our podcast on YouTube. Again, thanks to technology, we're now able to do a podcast, and it's so much easier than I thought it would be. So, and that's exciting. That's really exciting. So yes, Filmmaker Mike and the Boys, we are talking about all the latest in movies, shows, pop culture, video games, comic books. We are going to be discussing the Video Game Awards and the results soon in our next episode. And then all the other news this week. So yeah, and please make sure to, if you're listening to the podcast, please make sure to leave us a voice message. You can leave us a voice message on Anchor, and you can also comment as well down below if you're watching it on YouTube. We got a bunch of comments this week, which is really exciting. We'd love to hear feedback and what you guys think, or whether it's a review of The Mandalorian. Maybe you have some theories, but voice messages. If you leave a voice message on Anchor, we will definitely feature your voice message on the show. We'd love to do that. And we'd love to hear from everyone who's listening to it. So it's really cool. So on Facebook, how much, Mike, would you say is the most you would pay to see a theater movie at home? $30, I think, is right for I think $30, $20 is good. $30, I think, is right at that point where, like, yeah, I think no more than that. But again, wonder again with so I did mention, like, Disney Plus should just drop Black Widow for free. But then they're in a position where they don't need to do that because they have hit their 5-year goal of getting a amount of subscribers within, like, 9 months. So they could still drop Black Widow and they're going to say, hey, you want it? $30, baby. Drop the $30. So, and I think people will do, and I think I will. I'm at just a point where I'm like, I want to see Black Widow already. Like, we should have already seen it. So I guess I'm thinking now with the announcement of Raya and the Last Dragon on March 5 in theaters and on Disney Plus the same day and date with premiere access. Excuse me. So I'm assuming now they're going to do a similar move with Black Widow and possibly other movies as well for the Disney slate. Excuse me. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to say hi. Thank you guys for joining me. I do appreciate it. I wasn't sure if anyone was going to join. Hey, Omar, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well too. Albus says, I'd rather have 2 or 3 projects with outstanding quality than 5+ projects with varying mediocrity. Definitely. Quality over quantity. I definitely agree with that. So do you think Disney and Lucasfilm are getting carried away by trying to make all these new projects? There's a trend in Disney when at least a few got good content lately, they're starting getting arrogant. Yes and no. I think as far as I'm only speaking of Star Wars and Lucasfilm specifically, and how Disney has handled that. I think now they know their strengths and their weaknesses. As far as that, I think now they understand the power of the duo of the partnership of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Season 1 of Mandalorian was great. It was mind-blowing. It was awesome. But now they really showed it with season 2. Dave Filoni directing an episode on his own, seeing what he did with Ahsoka, and in that episode, it's basically Dave Filoni letting everyone know, bam, here's what I can do. And of course, now they are developing 2 brand new series. So that's really exciting. I think now they're going to be a lot more cautious, but at the same time, there is so much ground to explore in the Star Wars universe that they have a lot of options. So, do I like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Yes, I like that film. Crazy film. It's pretty long, but man, what a film. Jesse's asking if I'm renting a theater for Wonder Woman 1984. I really want to, but now just with the rise of cases, I'm not sure. And now that I can just watch it at home, but I'm still thinking about it. We'll see. We will see. It does cost a little bit more for a newer movie. It's like $150 for a brand new movie, and then $99 for an older movie. But then again, with the rise of cases, that's what's really holding me back from renting a theater for Wonder Woman 1984. So unless I just watch it by myself, but then where's the fun in that? You at least want to watch it with some people, right? You at least want to watch it even with like a small group. So yeah. But and again, HBO Max, lots of great content there as well. So we're not sponsored by HBO Max. We're not, nothing like that. Not even sponsored by Disney Plus. Just want to make that clear. But lots of great content on HBO Max. So Peter Grocott, hey Mike, can't wait for tomorrow's Mando. Oh yeah. So just technically, we are 7 hours in my area. It was 7 hours away from brand new Mandalorian. So I do when I get off work at that sweet spot of midnight, and that's when Mandalorian drops on Disney Plus. So I make my way home, fortunately enough, I get to go home really fast because my work isn't too far. And then I fire up the iPad and I'm watching Mando. So, and I avoid social media until after, and then go on Twitter and be like, it's trending. Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, Grogu, Ahsoka, the Jedi, Boba Fett. Like, wow, like crazy. What's up, Marvel and DC 379? I am stoked as well. I am really stoked as well. So yeah, this has been fun. I will try to get a hold of the boys and see if we can record our emergency podcast, because this is an emergency. This is a fanboy Lucasfilm emergency. So we will see. But yes, again, please check out the podcast. Please check out the podcast. Filmmaker Mike and the boys, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Radio Public. Oh boy. Breaker, Anchor. I don't know if I mentioned Anchor already. There's one more. Overcast? I may have missed. Anyway. And then, of course, the YouTube. 9 different audio platforms and YouTube. 1 audio and video platform. So there's no excuse for you guys not to check it out. And it's free. It's completely free. Completely free. We have so many hours of content on the podcast alone. Like, the last time I checked, we were like over 30 hours. I think now we're close to like 35 hours of content. We launched September 30th, and we have not missed a weekend, if I'm not mistaken, ever since. We've been recording at least 2, especially with The Mandalorian. And then it's not stop, like churning content, baby. Content, like, bam. I'm just getting excited. I really love doing the podcast. I love doing it with the boys, Jester, Pinhead, and Kuya. It's been really fun. And it's fun to argue. Well, not really argue, but like, discuss aggressive negotiations. But man, Hayden Christensen is coming back to Star Wars. Kenobi. It'd be awesome to see him in a flashback. Kind of. Maybe not or like not even a flashback. Maybe like Obi-Wan sees him in the Force. It'd be awesome. I'm just speculating here. If you listen to the podcast, you just listen, check it out, listen to it, especially before the Boba Fett and before the Ahsoka episodes. Listen to that and listen to Jester. This is just pure speculation. It'd be awesome to see Vader go against Obi-Wan in that Kenobi series. Darth Vader in the armor. Lightsaber battle, baby. Lightsaber battle, baby. I don't have my Obi-Wan Kenobi figure yet, but I have Darth Vader here. Black Series 6 in. Oh, yeah. It'd be awesome to see Hayden Christensen as Anakin. The possibilities are quite endless. And my goodness, I can't believe I almost went here for an hour and I actually got to talk like a lot. I don't have a script. I don't have anything. But I guess if you didn't know, I'm sure you guys know, I did this little thing called Filmmaker Mike. I had a Filmmaker Mike channel on YouTube since like 2008. So I guess I'm kind of used to it. It's been a while, but it's fun. Yes, it'd be interesting to see how Hayden Christensen, and that's the thing. This is for all the Hayden Christensen haters out there. Hayden Christensen has grown as an actor. So I think we can definitely see a different side to Anakin, Darth Vader, in the Kenobi series. So, well, and what that is, we will find out soon enough. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for now, at least. Thank you guys for joining me. I do appreciate it. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been an honor, and it's truly humbling. I like listening to you. Kuya isn't here to bash anyone's opinions. Oh, Oh man, that's funny. Alrighty, well, I hope everyone stays safe. Um, Stay safe, everyone. Uh, Wash your hands really well. 20 seconds. Sing the happy birthday song in your head, at least as you wash your hands. Or you could do like the Star Wars, like the Star Wars theme. Or you could do like the Imperial March. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. I'm just really excited. Can you believe I was actually supposed to take a nap earlier with my son? My son fell asleep, but I was watching Lucas. Yeah, Luke, I am your father. I was watching the live stream on my phone. He knocked out, and I was just like, I was up. I was up. I was so excited, and the whole Hayden Christensen that they announced got me like fired up, and I'm like, bah, the Force, baby. That's the Force. that's the fandom, I guess. Man, this has been nothing but amazing. So thank you guys for joining me. Please, again, check out the podcast. I'm not gonna shut up about it. I'm not gonna shut up about it just because like we love doing it so much and we want to just spread the joy and spread the laughter and the arguments and the discussions. And please leave us a voice message. Jesse, please leave us a voice message. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear from everyone. And follow us on Instagram at FMANDTB. You can follow me on Instagram at Filmmaker Mike. And I'm looking forward to doing more videos for YouTube, some more action figure reviews, perhaps. I know you guys are missing those. I'm missing it. It's been a while. But yeah, I got my Darth Vaders here. I just like having like toys. Power of the Force, baby. Power of the Force. There's nothing like Power of the Force figures. I enjoy the Power of the Force line even up to today. I have a bunch carded that are just waiting to be ripped off from its cardboard and plastic prisons. Like, so Max Herrera. Thank you. Appreciate it. So yes, everyone, please stay safe. I wish you guys nothing but the best. I hope to see you guys again soon. And please check out the podcast, Filmmaker Mike and the Boys. May the Force be with you. 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 And thank you guys. Really appreciate it. I will see you all again soon. So I'm going to start logging off. There goes Facebook. Wow. Got a bunch of people who who joined on Facebook. I'm going to end Instagram. What's up, Josh Castro? And then I'm going to end YouTube. Awesome, Jesse. Thank you. Looking forward to getting that voice message. Again, thank you guys, YouTube. Much love to you guys. You guys are awesome. Now, how do I end this? Oh, there we go. It was hidden. End stream was hidden under the browser. But yes, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. May the Force be with you. Here's to that next episode, next chapter, chapter 15, The Mandalorian. We are hours away. Be safe.